you are here celebrating your first album, and no pads, no elements, just balls. 15 years ago it was.
It sounds so great still hearing it. It was such a crazy adventure, you know. We were like just early 20s, getting into the studio, wanting to travel the world. We were talking about like going to Germany, going to Russia, going to all these places, going to Argentina, and it happened.
Wow.
You know, and it's been.
So you imagine that?
Oh, for sure. We talked about it like many times. We used to practice in Chuck's parents' basement, and we would sit on the couch and devise this master plan to take over the world, and it actually kind of turned out, you know, pretty much like the way we said it.
Nice. And do you remember how was this composition, the music, the sounds?
Yeah, I mean,
how do you record it?
It was really fun because we were really focused and we knew exactly what we wanted to do. We wanted to write like a really honest and kind of very real, heartfelt album that talked about our lives and all the stuff that we had going on, you know, as young, you know, like young teenagers or early 20s, and we wanted to be really fast and really fun, you know, fun and tons of energy and like very melodic and catchy. So we were all on the same page on exactly what we wanted to achieve, and I think that's the best moment in a band when everybody agrees and it's like, okay, we know what we want to do and we have this goal, we have this dream, let's just go and do it, you know. So it was really fun. It was tough in the studio because we kind of butted heads a little bit with the guy who made the album, you know, our big time producer that had different ideas, but it was cool because it made it like us against him, you know, and I think it made us more closer as a band, you know, because we all shared the same passion for what we were doing. And then it came out, we started touring, and it was slow, which I think was the best thing that ever happened to us because it gave us like a year. When you go through some tougher times, I think it makes you more excited about what's coming up. And when things finally sort of blew up, it was like, man, we were so ready and we were so happy and we really enjoyed it to the max, you know, so it was good.
And nowadays when you play that songs, your first songs, how do you feel it? It's like in your brain, you remember feelings, moments, or you just play?
No, but I mean, for sure brings you back, you know, there's so many great history.
In
like
the basement.
The basement part, not so much, we try to forget about. But you know, there's been some great touring moments that were just like awesome, but I think that what really stands out is this people smiling, having a great time. And we talk to a lot of the people after the shows or before the shows, and they tell us, you know, I made out for the first time on a Simple Plan song. I celebrated prom, you know, going to prom with Simple Plan, you know, or I had this really tough moment that your record helped me with. And that's what like resonates as you're seeing people like just jump and scream and sing those songs, you know. There's a moment. So that celebration of the first record is just fun and energetic, and
It's
you see people smiling. It's a party.
Like,
it's a huge party. People are smiling, and we had a show in Jersey. I just really remember like people like crowd surfing, and it was like a dirty rock bar, but it was so much fun, you know. Like it was like almost throwing back to 2002, you know.
It's like you feel younger again.
Sure, I'm like, I'm gonna jump in too. I'm like, no. But Chuck does it. He's insane.
I mean, yeah, it's fun. I mean, you know what? It brings you back, and I think for me, like this whole tour, like we play a song, and I'll still remember like how we wrote it. You know, like where we were, like, and I remember there's one song called One Day that we played in the set that we haven't played that much live, and I remember like I was at my parents' house, and Pierre was at his parents', and we were writing on the phone together. Like there was no Skype, there was no FaceTime, it was literally like the phone, and we were going back and forth, and like you think about that and you think about that song and now, you know, being played all over the world, and it's cool. And I think the music, and it's gonna sound a little corny, but it definitely keeps you young, like playing, like doing this as a band and as people like for the last 20 years. I don't feel like you meet people your age, and I feel like we have some stuff in common with them, obviously, because we come from, you know, the same era, but at the same time, like we hang out with so many young fans, and they keep us, like, they tell us about their new favorite bands and their new favorite TV shows, and it keeps you really engaged, and I don't know, I think it's been really a great ride.
You have to choose your one moment that was amazing for you during this whole career.
You want to pick a highlight? That's so difficult.
Just choose one. I don't know if the best one, but one memory that you have that you will never forget.
You know what? It just came up to me. Like we were playing like a New York like TV show, and then Samuel Jackson just walks into the room, And I think we were sharing dressing rooms with him or something like that. He's like, guys, you're awesome, but I'm not sharing a dressing room. And he's out of there and he walks out. I just thought that was like so surreal, you know, like I'm being such a huge fan of his. It's not a highlight, but it's a funny one, you know, like,
Yeah,
yeah.
a good one. And
Yeah, that's
yours?
pretty good. I'm not sure if I can top that, but we did meet a lot of like these kind of like, holy crap, I can't believe we're meeting at person. You know, like I remember like going through the old photos, like I was at MTV and
Tom Hanks.
yeah, Tom Hanks, Jay-Z, like all these people. You're like, wow, man, like that's so cool. But I think for me that, you know, some of the moments that kind of stand out for me are the first time you play like a new country. Like the first time we came to South America and we played, we had this dream of like we're gonna do like Rock in Rio, we're gonna come to Brazil, we're gonna come to Argentina, we're gonna play all these shows. And
I still dream about Rock in Rio.
they lived up they lived up to all our expectation. Like the first time we played here, there was so many people and it's a big festival in South America, and you're going like, man, like our music has traveled all this way.
And
you know?
the audience is different here in South America,
and
right?
people were so passionate
Yeah,
and so
that's the
excited,
passion
and
is.
that was really cool. Or the first time we played our hometown arena in Montreal, like that's where we, you know, grew up, and we had this dream of playing that venue. It's like the biggest place you can play in Montreal, and we got to do it. It was sold out. Our parents were all there. There was like 15,000 people in the crowd, and you're just going like, man, this is a moment I'll never forget. You know, this is really this is something special. So I think we've had throughout the years so many of these, and it's hard to pick one, but
Wow.
there you go.
Awesome, nice. Well, how is your tour going? What's the next? What do you plan for this year?
It was just, you know, as we said, it was just a lot of fun. You know, that whole anniversary, it brought us everywhere, you know, and it was really great. We were just in Australia, now we're here. And I think in Argentina, what's amazing, like the fans are really, really like crazy into the band, you know. There's a lot of fans
They're
waiting
outside in the
This
hotel,
guy yesterday is like, dude, I love you so much. I'm like, love you too, dude. That he's hugging me. And he hugged me 5 times. I'm like, dude,
Yeah, we
leave
are
me
so
alone. My girlfriend's gonna
touched.
start being jealous now. You gotta stop, you know. But so the passion is definitely there. And we're going to Brazil right after that. We're doing the Vans Warped Tour, the last edition this summer. We're doing the whole thing, you know. So that's gonna be like a fun, like kind of summer camp tour. And after that, we're gonna make a record. So yeah, so it's been just a throwback, a lot of great energy, great memories.
Celebration.
And celebration. So it's a good time to finish a record cycle and just get into the frame of mind of making new music.
Just to hold you in my arms, to try to make you laugh, 'cause somehow I can't.